Hey everybody. So recently I discovered the whole booktuber thing. I am like a reader. I totally love reading, and I was kind of excited to discover this corner of the internet, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've been like obsessed with watching videos for like the last week or so, and I thought, I read all the time, I'm gonna start making videos on my books and stuff and what I've read, because I want to share what my thoughts about books that I read, and I'd love to hear what other people's thoughts are on books they've read. The only bad thing is my to be read list is probably gonna grow like huge. I think I have like 600 books or 300 books on my Goodreads to read list. Like, it's just like, yeah, I don't know, I just thought I would introduce, like, do a little introduction on like what I like to read, etc. I basically read anything, but I guess if I had to pick, my favorite would be horror and fantasy. And I say fantasy, but I really haven't read that much, because the ones that I have read have been like such a long like story. Like, for instance, like Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, there's like 13 or 14 books in that. And when the last book came out, was it last year, a couple of years ago or whatever, I decided the year before to start reading them all again, and it took me like all year because they're still thick and stuff. But I don't know, other fantasies, like I love, I like The Wheel of Time. I love George R. R. Martin's Song of Ice and Fire. I'm so like obsessed with those books, and I'm like trying to wait patiently for the next book to come out. And I absolutely love the HBO series. Other people I like to read: Stephen King, John Saul, Dean Koontz, Anne Rice, stuff like that. I do read anything. Like, I do like to read nonfiction. I like to read, I don't know, just like anything basically. So like anything that's interesting to me, that's what I like to read. And I do like to read YA sometimes. Like, I mean, I don't really ever have, there isn't very many YA books that I would give 5 out of 5 stars. I think the only thing I can think of right now would be like Harry Potter. But like, I just absolutely love Harry Potter, and I love the movies, so 5 out of 5 on all those. But most of the other things range from like 2 to 3 stars. I don't know. If anybody wants to check out my Goodreads or add me as a friend on Goodreads, go ahead. I'll leave the link in the down bar or down below or whatever. Yeah, you can see like all the books I've read and stuff. I do have, I kind of want to, like I said, I like Stephen King and stuff. I haven't read a lot of his books. Like, he's got so many books and he keeps coming out with them, so I do have a list on Goodreads, like, kind of so I can see like where I am and what I've read. And actually some of the books on there I have read, I just kind of want to reread them. Yeah, so that's about it. Like, I don't know what to talk about. I guess right now I'm only reading a few books. I'm reading Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth. I wanted to read this for like so long, and I think I bought this one and the sequel. What's the sequel called? I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, I like, what does it say in here? Pillars of the Earth. I don't know, whatever the sequel is. I wanted to read them for a long time, and I finally just picked it up, and like, I've been reading it all week. It's such a long book. I'm only on page 756, and like there's like 900 and something, so probably another day or so I'd probably finish this one. I don't know if I'm going to read the sequel right away, because that one is such a long book as well. I just kind of like splitting it up. I'll probably read it soon though, because I don't want to forget like all the characters and stuff in here, or what happened, even though I think the second book is just kind of like what happened 100 years later. I'm not really sure. Another book I'm reading is James Rowland's Ice Hunt. I'm kind of iffy about that one, just because it's kind of dealing with submarines and Navy bases, or not Navy bases, but military bases and stuff, and it's not really my thing, but we'll see, because like in James Rowland's style, there's something in this base and it's probably a monster. So, you know, I really loved his books, Subterranean, and what's that other one? I can never remember the one. They made it into a movie, and like people go up on this mountain and the locals won't let them come off of it because of some curse or something, and I can't remember. They made a movie of it too, but I can't remember if that one was good too. I think that's all I'm reading right now. I do have another book on my phone, but I haven't started it yet, and I do have James Rowland's Amazonian on my phone waiting to be read, but I haven't read that yet or started it yet or anything. And I just finished he's just not that into you. I haven't put the dust jacket back on the thing, but I don't know if you can see that. This wasn't what I thought it was, but I'm gonna do a review of this. It was okay. Nonfiction. Thought it was a novel. Wasn't. Anyway, so yeah, if you have any suggestions for me, totally let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.